Hi guys, and welcome back here to the DevRam. Today I have a very quick tutorial here. I'm creating a game here and I currently am trying to make a zombie walk nice. And as you can see, I have this weird animation that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. And this is caused with the I key. So most of you guys probably had something similar to this. And basically, I'm just gonna remove here my filter. The solution that some of you had sometimes is just by coming up to the character, right? And then we have here the animations, let's say many. And one of the solutions that I had here, so I'm just gonna edit my character so I have too many things open, was to go to your rig, for example. This is my animation. And previously, you would set up something like that, right? You just remove the rig, press play, and then everything, works fine. But then the problem with that is that you don't have the I key. You see the feet's not touching the floor. That's a really bad solution. And after digging some tutorials, I found many horrible ways of doing this, to be honest. A lot of tutorials, they do this in a very way of editing each animation. But the solution I found out is that if you have your character that has the many skeleton, which is the default Unreal Engine, there is a thing here called CR mannequin basic foot I key, right? So what I found out is that if you add, first of all, you need to add a sequence node. So just go here and add the sequence, and then everything you're just gonna add it back to whatever you had here. But the ping A, we're gonna do something different. On the ping A, what we are gonna do is that we're gonna fix the animation issues for Unreal, right? And what you have to do here, something very simple. I'm gonna do it again. So the thing we need here is, I'm just gonna unplug this, is that we need to call a node called set transform, right? From this set transform, we need to basically, on the value, we need to get the transform of the bone that we want, right? And here is gonna basically say, what bone would you like to follow, right? I want to basically look for the foot R, okay? And this is gonna ask basically the global space, so I want to make sure it's global space. In the item, make sure it's bone selected. And here you're gonna search for the I key foot, in this case is L. So I'm just gonna make sure it's foot L. And then you just have to copy this and paste, and then you just do R and R, which I have here on the example. So if I go back here, see if I'm just gonna plug this back, and you can feel free to pause it. So I'm gonna pass it here very slowly so you guys can pause and make sure you have the same. And that what in essence does, it fixes that issue. But I'm going to explain why it fixes and what is the fix. As you can see now, everything is working fine. So my zombie is kind of working nice. He attacks, which is fine. No problems there. What this is actually doing, and most of the tutorials, they don't explain why this fixes things. So I just feel like we have to explain. So I'm going to find here, for example, animation here. Let me just get any of those animations will do. So if I go back to that, here actually, I'm gonna go back here to the zombie, and I'm gonna open up, let's say, the run, right? So the problem is that if you search for the I key here, right, the skeleton, sorry, if you search for I key foot, look that the I key is not being tracked, and that is the problem. So basically what we are telling to do on here is just that we are saying, please, I key foot, blah, 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 follow the same movements of the foot L, right? And then that thing starts to follow the foot. And then in this way, you don't have to do anything major. You just, that's it, it fixes everything. So that's all you have to do if you're using the default Unreal Engine character. So I hope this fixes your guys' troubles, nightmares, and if you like the content, just, follow us. Hope you enjoy.